Yep.
Right, if you just want to introduce yourselves.
Hi, I'm Symon Lewis.
I am James Holland Leader.
Simon, how long have you been riding bikes for?
I've been riding for about 15 years now, I think.
When did you start riding?
Started riding when I was 10, and sort of started racing when I was 11. Kicked off at Holland Leader.
What about you, James? How long have you been riding?
I've been racing since 1992, so most of my life.
Yeah. You still enjoy it?
Well, it's getting harder.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I still love it.
So I understand you just had some twins. So is it getting very hard, or are you managing to still train and race around that?
Well, it's early days. They'll be 4 weeks old tomorrow, so it's hard for my wife, but for me, I'm still determined to carry on with the cycling for now.
How do you actually manage training and racing around the young recent family and your wife?
I've got a good wife.
Lots of
And I just
diplomacy.
carry on regardless, she'd say.
So you've been racing for a number of years. Simon, how do you get ready for a race? What do you do to prepare for that? Do you get your kit ready? Do you prepare your bike? What kind of things do you get ready?
I mean, a lot of things are based around work, so I have to work 5 days a week. So I have to be quite organised for my time. So often, getting ready for a race is a night before. A lot of races are midweek after work. So yeah, it's a case of just packing your bag with your race kit, your bottles ready, so you're ready to shoot straight from work. Really.
And how do you prepare mentally? So you've done a number of European and World Championships, and you've obviously won 2 national titles now, James. How do you prepare mentally for a race? Do you get nervous?
Not anymore. I think with experience, you just get on with the job, and once now since I won the first one, the pressure's off. So I just get on with it.
And you both do lots of track rides, and track races, but branching into longer road races and stage races. How do you cope with long rides? What sort of tips would you give for comfort on the bike for those 5, 6, 7 hour rides and races?
I think you've just got to do that in training. If you're going to race it, then you've got to ride it. You've got to have the ability and the know that you can do that distance. So I'll start with going out for a ride, see how far you can go, and then work up to the target you want to hit.
And special clothing, creams, potions, that sort of thing.
I mean, yeah, you want to take care of yourself as much as you can. I'd probably advise to make sure you layer. So if you get too hot, you can take a layer off, and you get too cold, you can put a layer on. So just prepare with a number of clothing items. And
James, what do you actually take with you in terms of food and hydration? What do you take with you when you go out for like your sort of normal winter training ride, 4, 5, 6 hours? What would you take with you?
Noon.
Why do you take noon with you?
No, it's all I need. I'm used to doing the longer rides, and I just have a good breakfast, and then noon keeps me really hydrated, and I don't really feel the need to eat a great deal, maybe some gels, but I'm not a good eater, because when the hammer goes down in a road race, it's quite hard to eat, so I've just got used to it over the years.
And we've all been there. What happens when you get dehydrated when you're racing?
It's game over, so make sure you're taking your fluids on board during the ride, even though when you're not thirsty, you've got to keep drinking, keep taking the drinks on, and that's what noon's been really great for us.
The thing is, if you cramp, that's sort of game over really. You can't, especially during a race or a ride you want to set a time for, you can't just stop for a long period of time just to try to get your legs back, You need to prevent that with, as James said, hydrating properly, and noon's a good way of doing it.
Alright, nice one.